Welcome to Java Forum. Now we are going to see how to install Oracle Database 21C Enterprise Edition on Windows 10 operating system. So here you can see that I already downloaded Oracle Database 21C Enterprise Edition zip file for Windows operating system. So I have provided the download links in the description of the video. So you need to register with the Oracle website in order to download this zip file. So please go through the description of this video for more information. Okay, let me show the system requirements. So this is my system information. So I am having 8 GB RAM, 4 CPU core, so Windows 10 Professional Edition. So minimum 3 GB RAM is will be better for running Enterprise Edition. So this is the CPU core. So I am having 4 CPU core. So make sure that enough hard disk space in order to extract the installation files. So I'm having enough hard disk space here. So 3 GB free RAM, at least 2 CPU cores is mandatory for running Enterprise Edition. Okay. Next step is I am going to create one Windows user. So go to control panel under user accounts. Okay, click change account type. So add a new user. So add someone else to this PC. So I am going to create this user account called Oracle. So Oracle is the name of the user. Provide the password and provide the security questions. So why I am creating this Oracle user? Because it's a good habit to create one separate user to maintain the Oracle database. So this Oracle user is going to manage the Oracle database after the installation. Okay. Now I am closing this. So before I am logging out, I am going to extract this zip file. So I am going to C drive. Create one directory, Oracle 21C. So here I am going to extract this zip file content. Okay, extraction is completed. So after extraction, you can see this. These are the directory structure. So from here only we can go, we are going to run the setup files. Okay, now I am going to log off this user because this is administrator user. So as I told you earlier, it's a good habit to manage the Oracle database with the separate user instead of administrator. So now I'm going to log into Oracle user account. So I have logged into the Oracle user account. So now I am going to Oracle 2020 directory. I am going to run this setup.exe. So run as administrator. So provide the administrator password so that it will start the Oracle database 2020 Express edition. I mean Enterprise edition. It will start the install wizard for Oracle database 2020 Enterprise edition. So please be patient. Setup will be starting. So depends upon your CPU speed and RAM speed. So you can see that setup is starting now. So Oracle database 2020 installer is started. Create and configure single instance database. Yes. Click the next button. Next, desktop class or server class. So I am selecting desktop class because I am installing in Windows 10 operating system. So if you are installing this in Windows Server like operating system means you can choose server class. So Oracle home user. So provide the username and password for the Windows user Oracle. It will use the credentials for that current window user. Click the next button. Yes, so here provide the path for Oracle base. So you can select the character set, database edition also you can set. Okay, so I have given the folder name as Oracle base 21C. So you can see that the database file will be installed on Oracle base 21C directory. So default database name will be ORCL and pluggable database will also get installed here. So pluggable database name is ORCL PDB. So provide the password for administrator. So make sure that you have provided the password with alphanumeric characters. So next button, it will check for prerequisites. So prerequisites is checks are passed. So this is the installation summary. So this is very important. So save this installation summary as a response file. It will be useful for future reference. So here you can see that allocated memory is using 3 GB by default. So 3 GB is enough for basic database in Enterprise Edition. Okay, now installation is started. So we are installing Oracle Database 2020 Enterprise Edition on Windows 10 now. So make sure that you have unblocked the Windows firewall if you are a beginner. Okay, you can see that Windows Developer Fire is blocking Java. So give allow access so that it will install Java. Yes, so Oracle Database 2020 Enterprise Edition is installed successfully. So ORCL is the default database name. ORCL PDB is a pluggable database name. So Enterprise Manager URL, everything is provided. So you can verify the installation logs. Okay, so I'll show the directory structure. So note down this Enterprise Manager URL, everything. Okay, so now we are going to see the directory structure after installation. So you can see this is the Oracle base 21C directory. So under homes, you can see Oracle DB home. So network admin. So this is the .ora file which contains configurations for Oracle listener. So if you are expert means you can modify these files. So unless you know thoroughly, don't touch this .ora files. So this is the Oracle listener configuration file, listener.ora, and tnsname.ora is another file. This is SQLnet. This is the TNS name. So if you are expert means you can modify this file accordingly to your needs. Okay, now very important directory ORA data. So this ORA data contains database files for ORCL database and ORCL PDB pluggable database. So this is the DB files for ORCL, and this is the DB files for ORCL pluggable database. So separate database files will be created for ORCL PDB. So let us come to Oracle 21C home directory. So this is a directory structure for Oracle 21C home. Okay, now next what I am going to do is, so in startup menu you can see a lot of programs are got created. Yes, so you can see, so lot of programs are installed. So now I am going to start the SQL Plus. So now I am going to check whether I can able to connect to enterprise database as a sys user. So sysdba, provide the password. Okay, I am running the basic queries. So I can able to connect Oracle database 2020 Enterprise Edition via SQL Plus, which means that installations is successful. Okay, let me minimize. Okay, now I am started the browser to check whether Oracle Enterprise Manager is running or not. So this is the URL to access Oracle Enterprise Manager. It's running in port 5500. So accept the risk and continue. So provide the username and password for this user. So now I can able to log into Oracle Enterprise Manager. So what is the usage of Oracle Enterprise Manager here? So this is used to monitor the database, tables, table space, files, everything you can monitor. Performance, SQL query performance, everything you can monitor via Enterprise Manager. So if you have a more time means you can navigate all the links, uh, everything in Oracle Enterprise Manager. So as of now, I am logging off. Okay, now let me show you how to start and stop Oracle database using Oracle Instance Manager. So you can see Oracle Instance Manager is installed here. Click the Oracle Instance Manager icon. So provide the administrator password because we are going to start and stop the Windows services. So here you can see that Oracle service ORCL is up and running. So you can shut down and start using this Oracle Instance Manager. So I am going to shut down both the service and instance. So provide the sys password. Yes, so you can see that Oracle service ORCL is stopped. Let me check with SQL Plus. Yes, so you can see that error is throwing, which means is Oracle service and Oracle instance is down now. So let me start. Both Oracle service and Oracle instance. Provide this is password. So now it will start the Oracle service and Oracle instance. So it will take some time. Please wait for some time. Yes, you can see that Oracle service ORCL is up and running now. let me try to reconnect now. Okay, I'm closing this session. Once again, I am starting the SQL Plus. Once again, I am logging as a sysdba user. Provide the password. Yes, I can able to connect now. So this is the way you can manage, start and shut down the Oracle database using Oracle Instance Manager. So this will be very, very useful for beginners. Instead of using commands, you can use Oracle Instance Manager, provided you have permission to start and stop. Okay, so next I am going to services. So Windows services, I am opening the Windows services now. So I am going to show you what are the Oracle services running after the installation of Oracle Database 21c Enterprise Edition. So here you can see multiple services: Oracle DB Scheduler, Oracle or a DB 21 Home listeners, Oracle DB 21 Home, MTS Recovery Service, Oracle Service ORCL. So many services will be running. So if you are expert, means you can start and stop those services accordingly to your needs. So, but Oracle Service ORCL and some services should be mandatory in order to connect to database. So here you can see SQL Developer is installed by default. So I am going to connect Oracle SQL Developer. So JDK 11 is installed by default. Okay, so I am using a separate SQL Developer. So make sure that you have downloaded and installed latest SQL Developer. So I am connecting with Oracle SQL Developer 21. So it is the latest one used to connect to Oracle Database 21c. So now I am going to create one connection manually. So I am creating one connection name. So I am going to connect as a sys user. Role will be sysdba. Password, provide the sys password. Here SID will be ORCL, which means I am going to connect to the container database. Test the connection. Yes. So I can able to connect Oracle Database 21c Enterprise Edition via SQL Developer 21. So I can able to view all the database objects in SQL Developer. Make sure that you have provided correct database name, port, everything in SQL Developer in order to get connectivity. Okay. Now what I am going to do is I am going to create one new common user or new container database user called c#Scott. So this is the SQL command. So c## prefix is mandatory because it mentions it is a container user. c## means it's a container user. So now I am running some grant privileges. So grant unlimited table space to c#Scott. Next, grant resource connect DBA to c#Scott, which means I am giving some DBA privileges to c#Scott user. So once again I am repeating, c## is mandatory if you are creating a container user or common user. Okay, you can see that user C hash as Scott is listed here. So this C hash as Scott through this C hash as Scott user, we are going to create some tables. So I am creating one more connection. So I am going to log in as a C hash as Scott user. So using this common user only, we are going to manage the database. Okay, so provide the username C hash as Scott. Role will be default role. No need to change anything. Provide the password. Password will be Tiger. SID is ORCL. Yes, it's successful. Okay. So now I can able to connect Oracle Database 21C Enterprise with the newly created common user called C hash as Scott. So I am going to create one sample table here under C hash as Scott user. Yes, so I can able to insert and select the records using C hash as Scott user. So I can able to view the tables also. So everything is fine now. Okay, now next step is very important. We are going to connect to the pluggable database called ORCL PDB, which is installed by default. Okay. Now what I am going to do is I am going to disconnect this one, create one new connection. Pluggable database. I am try to connect pluggable database name called ORCL PDB, which is installed by default. So provide the sys username and password. Role will be sysdba, and here service name will be ORCL PDB. So this is very important. Yes, connectivity is successful. Connect. Yes, so I can able to log in as a sys user. Oh, okay. So here you can see some errors are thrown, which means that database or pluggable database not open. Okay. So no need to be panic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect container database as a sys user. So connect the container user as a sys user. So now I am going to run this query, select star from v$pdb, which means that it will show all the details about the container database. Pluggable database. So it show all the information about the pluggable database installed. So here you can see that ORCL PDB is just mounted. Okay, it's just mounted, but you can't read or write any data to ORCL PDB. So what I'm going to do, I am need to give some permission, which means that I am need to open the database first. Okay, so this is the query: alter pluggable database ORCL PDB. So ORCL PDB is the name of the pluggable database. Open. So open yes. Okay, pluggable database ORCL PDB is altered, which means that I can able to connect to ORCL PDB now. You can see that the open mode is read write now. Okay, open mode is read write. Okay, now let me try to connect to ORCL PDB. Yes, I can able to connect. So now I am connecting as a sys user for ORCL PDB. Yes, now I can able to view the database objects available in pluggable database. So make sure that you have opened the connections for ORCL PDB. Then only you can read or write the data to pluggable database. So next step is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give some permission to the default database user which is created in pluggable database called PDB admin. So for PDB admin user, I'm giving some privileges. So grant unlimited table space to PDB admin. So PDB admin is available by default. No need to create separate user. So grant connect resource DBA to PDB admin. Yes. So grant succeeded. Now let me connect PDB admin via SQL developer. Role will be default. Username PDB admin. Password, provide the password which you provided during the installation. Service name will be ORCL PDB test. Yes, successful. Connect it. Okay, now I can able to log in as a PDB admin in Oracle pluggable database, running in Oracle database 21C Enterprise. Okay, now let me create one sample table. Okay, I can able to create table and insert record as a PDB admin, which is connected to ORCL pluggable database. Yes, so everything is successful here. So I can able to create one container user c#scott, and next I have opened the connection to pluggable database. Then I have created some sample tables under a pluggable database. So make sure that you have provided the correct username, password, SID and service name. So this is very, very important. For a pluggable database, service name will be ORCL PDB. If you need to connect to container database means you need to provide the SID, which is called ORCL. So Oracle Database 21C Enterprise Edition installation on Windows 10 operating system is successful. Make sure that you follow the steps which I have shown in this video.